Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, I think I've done a reading for you before, but I don't remember. But I do like to always say, don't forget this is not an exact science. Sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. We communicate the best way we can. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, keep it in mind. You'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, I know what she's talking about. So we're going to talk to Karen today. Okay. She says, tell her I hear her, I hear her, I hear her, I hear her. I promise you 1,000%. They can hear you, they can see you. Talk to her all you want to. You don't need me to tell her that you love her. You just need me so you can hear her say it to you. She can hear you. You don't even have to say it out loud. You can talk telepathically. I have done that to a real live person, and actually I'm going to go see her today for a little Reiki treatment. Mom says, I do love you. I do still love you. Okay, she's showing, and I don't think this means physically, but like there's stairs, like there's some wooden stairs, and she's got her foot on the next step up. Let's see if she's talking about you or her. You are stepping up. You are stepping up to the next level. You're stepping up to something. So it's not a physical steps in your house. It's my spiritual charades. All right, Mom says, be kind to others, but be kind to you more than you are kind to others. You don't give yourself the same respect, the same leeway, the same knowledge that you would give your best friend. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You will be happier when you do that. You are charming, mesmerizing, could be happier, swanky, she says charming again. So, okay, so she's talking about, if your best friend came up with a problem, you would not beat her up with the same words that you would beat yourself up over the same type of problem, if that makes sense. She wants you to talk nicer to yourself, to respect yourself more, just like you would do for somebody else. Somebody else, you would say, oh, that's just a hiccup. It's okay. It's okay. We still love you, but you don't do that for yourself, and you have to. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn, because we don't accept failures or hiccups for ourselves as well as we would our best friend. And we would try to help them through it, but we beat ourselves up. So she's making a big point of it. She says, go look in the mirror and pat yourself on the back. And she means literally, physically, go look in the mirror and pat yourself on the back. You've come this far. What the hell makes you think that you can't go further? You are stronger than you think. Love you. She's not saying, I love you. She's telling you to love you. You could go do that exercise that I had to learn a long time ago. It was hard. Go look in the mirror, take a piece of paper and a pen, stare at your eyes. Stare at you. Not just look like, you know, when you look in a mirror, you kind of look around your hair, you look around this. No, actually look at you and start writing things down. It can't be all negative. I don't remember if maybe none of them were supposed to be negative. You could only write the positive ones down, or exactly what we had to write down. And I think our exercise for like 15 minutes, and it was the longest 15 minutes of my life. And I cried, and I cried, and I cried. But you have to look in that mirror and go, I love you. I love you. I love you. And you have to be talking to you, not looking past you, looking at you. She says you're going to realize there's a lot more good qualities in there than you think. It is eye-opening. It is. Okay, she's showing me smoke. Smoke that's going up like this. It looks like smoke on the end of a cigarette, but very much larger and very much more exaggerated. Like if you just held a cigarette, and I don't know if anybody smoked, but like if you just held a cigarette out there and the smoke is going straight up, just going straight up. Don't know what she's trying to show me here. Whether she smoked and you're going to get that little whiff of cigarette smoke, but she's showing it much larger. Sometimes they make it look larger just so I will pay attention to it and know what they're trying to get across, and sometimes it's for some other reason and I'm not exactly sure. So know that if you get that smell of smoke, now she's showing it coming off a cigarette, but I can't see who's holding it or why they're holding it. So anyway, you get that whiff of cigarette smoke. You can be in the store, you can be in your car, you can be outside, doesn't matter. That's going to be a sign from her. This is not just about a sign, though. I'm not sure what she's getting at. Anyway, validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more. And now she's showing me a campfire, but she's showing the cigarette, and it's just sticking out there, and the smoke is coming off the cigarette, and the campfire is just a fire. Might be either type of smell. This is not just about a sign, though, to you. She's not getting her point across clear enough. Sorry. Maybe, hopefully you'll understand, because they don't give me all the details, because the details are none of my business. So hopefully that rings a bell with you. Were you recently sitting around a campfire with somebody with a cigarette kind of just out where you could see it while you're staring at the campfire? She's talking about cherries, and she's talking about the fruit. She's holding one up. Don't let him do that to you. Don't let him be mean to you. She's not saying who he is. Hold your chin up. Talk to me. I'm still a good listener. I still cherish you. mentioning hamburgers and fries, so I don't know if you just had one, just getting ready to eat one, you've got one sitting in front of you, or you're just thinking about one. Cash. There will be enough cash to go around. I'm asking her for things to validate that it's her. And we'll see if she gives us any. She's not acting like she's going to for sure validate it's her, but I think she just knows that you know that it's her. Okay, so she comes over here and she's standing. This is my right side. Some of these videos look backwards, depending on what I'm on. Anyway, she's over here behind my right shoulder. This is where she always stands. Doesn't matter where you're at, she's always right behind your right shoulder. You should be able to feel that. Sometimes it'll feel like, and I don't know how you will receive the energy because everybody receives energy different. It could be like somebody walks in the room, you don't see them, you don't hear them, but you feel them. You feel their presence come in the room. It could feel like a big bubble pushing against you. It could feel like really warm. You're going to feel a shit ton of love, she says. A shit ton of love. You should be able to feel that. But you're still going to just feel, you're going to feel the love all around you. And sometimes it's so powerful that it makes you want to cry because it's so incredibly beautiful the way that they bring the love in. You could feel just a warmth back there, tingling. It just depends. You're going to feel like a little wisp of air, like back in here. She's trying to say something to you, but she's not coming clear down to your ear. She's standing back here. So it's like it's a little wisp of air in your hair. I can't tell what she's trying to say. I think she's trying to say your name. So if you hear your name, you turn around, there's nobody there. It's Mom. Make sure you validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more. Ask her to do it again. Give her permission. Invite her in if that's what you want. And it might just be like a whisper because she's not doing it very loud. You may not be able to understand that it's your name. You might just hear something. She says, take the chalk outside and go hopscotch. I don't think anybody does hopscotch anymore. Take the chalk outside and go hopscotch. Okay, so now I hear this lilting music. And she's talking about music box. The music box I'm seeing is what we use in the paranormal when we're ghost hunting. And they're kind of shaped like a little piano kind of thing. They're just a little instrument because people that do the paranormal, they like the things that light up and make noises. That's how they know that spirit's close. Where I can see them and feel them and hear them. But I love this little music box, and it's just like a little. It sounds like a little wind-up music box that just plays that little tinkling music. So I don't know if you have a music box of hers, you have one that she gave you, you just recently opened one and it played that little music. Or you might just hear it. You might hear it up here. We have telepathic ears. She's pulling my eyes to this little note I keep on my computer, and it says, I may not be perfect, but I am perfect the way I am. And it's kind of one of my mottos now. Put it on a sticky note. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your mirror. Put it on your computer. Put it anywhere. Put it in your car. Okay, now she's showing me, and she's showing me actually it's a wolf, and this picture of a moon, and there's a wolf with his head straight up in the air, howling. I don't, well, I barely hear him. He's off in the distance. So recently you've heard a wolf, seen a wolf. The howling, not sure which part of it she's talking about. Howling at the moon. She says howling at the moon. And then this wolf comes over and sits next to you. I used to have a German Shepherd that was part wolf. Do you have a dog like that? You know somebody had a dog like that? Don't know where she's going with this. Google wolf. Google. Can't say it right. Google spirit animal wolf. Know that strength is always beside you. I know. I don't pay much attention to spirit animals, but they bring in very strong messages. I do know that. And she's still showing it to me, and it's just sitting there like it's a guardian, like just looking around. Now she's well, she went from that to making spaghetti. So did you just recently make spaghetti? You're making some tonight. The smell of the sauce, when it's warming up, you'll get that smell too. She's doing a lot with the smells. And she says that one will make you hungry. Doing a lot with the smells to let you know she's around. So far she's just trying to do like soft, easy stuff. I think she doesn't want to scare the snot out of you. Or maybe she made spaghetti for you a lot. And she's showing you actually, well, it's a noodle with no sauce, at least at this point. And you know how people put it in their mouth and then they just suck that one little noodle right up there. I'm asking her for some validation. There was some type of an anniversary that just came up or is just getting ready to come up. I think it just came up. Maybe her birthday, the anniversary of her passing, something just came up associated with her. She's acknowledging that, and she's acknowledging that she was with you at that time. Invite her in. You can totally invite her in. She says she's always there for you. And I asked my first medium, I said, so can Bob hear me? I mean, can he actually hear me? And she goes, yeah, until you get to yicking too much and he kind of turns you off for a little bit because you get carried away. Well, that's me. She feels very calm, very, very loving, very beautiful, very sweet, very relaxed. But I feel this tension, and I feel like it's coming from you and not her. She's trying to bring you this soft, loving, beautiful energy. And if we go like this, then we kind of block it off. It's kind of like putting a shield up, and it can't. The energy she's trying to bring you is she's having trouble getting it to you. It's like you're closed off. She says, let her through. Let her through. This isn't over yet. Time marches on. You will see me again. And she's actually showing herself standing in the corner of your bedroom. So if you like just waking up and you open your eyes, or you open your eyes in the middle of the night and you think you see something in there, it's Mom. I don't think she's making me feel like that's going to happen or that has happened, but she doesn't want to scare you. But she wants you to know that she's still close. Call on her. Call on her. A lot of times when I'll go to somebody's house to cleanse it, and they'll go, oh, well, there's been noises and stuff in here. Our house is haunted. I go, no, it's just Grandma. Just Grandma popping in to say hello, or to send you the sweet smell of something she cooked, or bring in that loving energy. It's not always haunted. She does not want to give you that impression. So she's kind of hanging back a little bit. So you might invite her and let her know she's welcome, and let her know whether or not it scares you. Just freaking tell her. Okay, now she's showing me what it feels like. A big party. It feels like a bunch of people around. It feels like outside. It feels like, did you have a balloon release for her? Or maybe you just had one for somebody else, or you just saw one on the computer, or whatever it may be. There's showing me a picture of a bunch of people with balloons outside, and it looks like a balloon release. All different colors. She's talking about the balloons for all different lives. Every balloon's different. Every life is different. Don't try to be like somebody else. That was kind of a cool way to draw that in there. She wants you to step up on that next step, so you can work on that and then step up on that next step. She's back to the steps. I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't know why you can't hear that. I love you. So she is trying to say that to you. And sometimes you may just hear it. If you hear it with these ears, you'll hear it in one ear. And sometimes it's a buzzing, sometimes it's a muttering, sometimes hers is still kind of faint, but she was getting louder and louder with it, like she's going to start trying harder. If it's in these ears, it'll be one ear, like I said. And when Bob gets close on this ear, it'll turn bright red, and it will burn like fire. I mean, but his energy is so strong. I don't know where the heck he's at right now. So it could be a warmth, tingling. If you hear it with these ears, you'll just hear it. Just accept that it's real, because it is. I don't know why you think my love would stop now. I still love you, and I still watch out for you. Don't forget the popcorn. She's throwing it up in the air. Well, she's showing somebody throwing it up in the air and catching it in their mouth. Don't forget the crazy cartoon nights. And she's associating that with the popcorn. And don't forget that I love you. Okay. Oh, I don't know what this is. It's still out. She's still outside, and I don't even know what these things are called. It's like a stick with a huge long crepe paper streamer type thing on it. And I know, oh good grief, when I was little, we had something like that. We used in dance class, and we did different things with it. And it might be something that a school would use, like for a dance class or a drum majorettes, um, baton twirler class. I think we might have used that. They're big. She's going like this, and it's like a big crepe paper streamer on the end of this stick, and it just does all kinds of cute little designs. I don't know if you just watch a show like this, if you've got a young one learning this, some dance routine, something you did when you were young. I don't know where she's going with this. She's not explaining. Okay, with that, she's leaving. She goes, "I do love you. You're going to hear me. You're going to hear me say that. Just," she says, "just give me time." So I don't know if maybe she's trying to figure out how to do it. We're not all knowing when we get up there. I thought we were, until my medium friend goes, "Yeah, no, Rhonda, it doesn't work that way." There's certain things we have to learn, just like in the movie Ghost, where he's in the subway and he's that spirit is teaching him how to flick that bottle cap and kick that can. It takes a little bit. That is actually very, very true. It takes a little bit of time to figure out how to move an object when we don't have fingers anymore. You have to use your energy. So I think talking is the same way too. Okay. She's taking a balloon with her. So I don't know if you released a balloon or took her a balloon. She's she's taking a balloon with her. She says, "I love you. You're going to hear that. I love you." And with that, she's gone. Okay. Thank you very much, my dear. I know she didn't validate a whole lot of stuff. I always ask them for at least one or two or three things, so you know for sure it's them. So I hope there was something in there for you. Much love to you. Thank you very much. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.